The delay was precipitated by a dramatic effect that we wanted to introduce to you all. The 3 coffee pots blew the circuits in our old building. Hence the obvious need for us to continue. President Castine, Mr. Brody, ladies and gentlemen, welcome. What a glorious day for a really glorious event. So much has changed since Gratz Cohen of Savannah, the first known Jewish student attending the University of Virginia from 1862 to 1864, after spending a brief time in the Confederate Army. In 1939, a Jewish Student Union was established at UVA, hiring as director Rabbi Albert Lewis, who shared responsibilities and duties with Charlottesville congregation, Beth Israel. By 1941, the group joined B'nai B'rith's Hillel to provide a place for social, cultural, and pluralistic religious expression. In 1949, B'nai B'rith purchased this house, and 60 years later, here we are, where, in this house, we celebrate Shabbat, Sabbath, each Friday night with over 100 students who enjoy homemade cooking. It's from this house where 250 students went on Birthright Israel. 250 from a university this size is an accomplishment, believe me. And it is from this building where we engage over 50% of the Jewish student body in a series of educational, social, and cultural programs. And here we are, on the edge of building a Hillel at the University of Virginia for the 21st century. We would not be here today were it not for the work of an innumerable number of parents, alumni, students, faculty, university administrators, and staff, many of whom are here today, too numerous to mention, but I will a little bit later call on some of them. I would be remiss, however, if I didn't take an opportunity at this particular time to single out and introduce a man who has become not only a colleague, but a friend. In his 5 years here, he has had a disproportionate influence on the success of this organization. That person is Brian Cohen, the executive director who has guided, shaped, grown, and led what has become a model to be replicated at Hillels around the country. As many of you know, Brian and his wife Lisa and their newborn baby daughter Shayna are moving north to be closer to their extended families. We're going to miss Brian, but we take some comfort in knowing that he's going to remain in the Hillel family. He's going to be working for Hillel International in New York, where he promises to keep an eye on his other baby, us, and do whatever he can to contribute to our continuing growth and success. Now, while he's leaving, there's a sad note. However, there is good news. You know the expression, when one door closes, another opens, etc., etc. After a nationwide search, we were fortunate enough to identify, lure, bribe, tempt, and ultimately hire Jake Cohn, Jake Cohn. You see, I can't get Cohn out of my mind. Jake Rubin, Rabbi Jake Rubin, a son of the South, as well as an alum of the university, as is his wife, who will be joining us on July 15th as our new executive director. We'll be introducing Jake more formally in the fall, but I hope as many of you as possible can take a moment to introduce yourself to Jake, get to know him a little bit. I know you will enjoy meeting him. Welcome, Jake Rubin. When earlier this week, Brian asked me to review the program for this morning's festivities, I had a question. I'm an old Washington hand, and I had always thought that the president speaks first. That's not the case in our program this morning, as you may have noted. After giving it some thought, I realized that, what we're about is not about protocol. It's not about corporate hierarchies. It's not about celebrity. It's about students. It's about the home we make for students each and every day of the year. It is about students, and it will always be about students. So with all due respect, Mr. President, Mr. Brody, I'd like to call upon two students to make some comments about this very special day in their lives and in the lives of Hillel at the University of Virginia. Ali Dryman, the College of Arts and Sciences, class of 12. They tell me that's the way it's said here. I used to say 2012. And Scott Rosen, the McIntyre School of Commerce, class of 2010. Ali and Scott.